series and in those books, how Treadstone program that Jason Bourne like operates under, he's not like the director of the CIA. He's like running his own shit show on the side, and he's constantly kind of worried and figuring out if he's picked sort of like mainstream depiction of how the CIA has been fragmented to purposefully hide things.
Yeah, very interesting. It's almost like a puzzle that could never be solved. You can maybe find that one operation, but that's it.
That's exactly how you would explain the nature of the alien conspiracy theories if you think they're real. I think that it would be super silly to believe that they're not real. I think it would be really ridiculous at this point in history.
Universe-wise, I'm talking here, planet Earth.
The probability.
I think that here on Earth, like the allegations have been version of like the U.S. and other governments have had contact and have secret programs about crashed. Like I think that those conspiracy theories, it would be silly to discount them regardless of why. I think that there's no way to. There's enough data points that point towards it being highly likely. Like the Fermi paradox from the very like beginning. The reason why the Fermi paradox is a paradox, like this is the paradox of if there's so many planets and stars out there, why don't we know? Why aren't there aliens? Like that seems like a paradox. The reason it's a paradox is because it's mathematically ridiculous to think that there wouldn't be advanced civilizations out there and they wouldn't have visited Earth. And so it's like paradox means it's way than that they aren't, and it's just weird that we don't know about them. So I think that I'm not ready to say for sure I know what's going on, but I think it's probably more likely that there's some form of contact in recent history and some form of like highly classified intelligence about whatever's happened and happening, than that there's no alien contact and there's no programs of any sort. Blowers are 100% telling the truth.
Ian, I would encourage you to look into the disinformation campaigns and when they spawned and how they tried to use these things to flood different areas to really confuse people about when it comes to aliens, what is and isn't used to cover different military projects, right? It's really interesting space. A lot of confusion and to the reporting in the 60s and the 70s to make people, believe that there are aliens. But and I'm not contesting that maybe, some folks, whatever they're entitled to believe whatever they want, but the timing, right, of where all this evidence starts to come to light. Is it a coincidence? I don't know.
Possible psyops. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely layers of psyops going on.
But this is the thing about the aliens, right? It's like they're not really sending their A teams to come watch us or anything. They're sending B and C because they're crashing all the time. So it's like, how intelligent are they? But even like that, right? Like even we're talking about evidence. A triangle, like that was one of the most well documented, alien sightings in the upstate New York area, and so there is some validity in things because of how people like it's not just a bunch of hillbillies being like
military ops, cream cheese, military ops.
For sure. But I also just wanted to point this out to backpedal again about the Nazis and their. In California, there's a big swastika that's actually engraved into one of the mountainsides in California. So if you drive by, you actually can. Yeah. So there was support because I get that ideology, even especially with the fascist aspect of it, was already set in the West because even the UK.
One sec, Hamid, can you bring up Mace? I'm trying to bring her up.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. Yeah. Just.
Nick,
ask your question. Ask your question, and we rotate you.
Guys, just go a little easy on Nick. He's here to hang out and shoot the shit.
Yeah, I know. Ryan, no, I'm going to be serious.
Let's go.
So are you familiar with Chan Thomas's declassified CIA book about the Adam and Eve story?
No.
So
not at all.
this is essentially this was it's Adam and Eve's story, right? But it's not the biblical thing, and it talks about polar shifts and the CIA.
Sorry, Nick. 1 second. I'm sorry. Nari's app is malfunctioning, so if it crashes, we're going to restart. Ian, you're more than welcome to come back. That includes anyone who's listening. If it crashes, Nari's going to restart. So just a heads up.
Heard that. Affirmative.
So this is about it's declassified by the CIA, and it talks about how the polar shift happens on Earth. It's regular. It's always happened. They have a bunch of information on all kinds of stuff that they're not showing us. All kinds of stuff that they're not showing. All kinds of stuff that they're not showing us with very old civilizations, and the end of the world.